Good evening, YouTube. Welcome back to Play the Hits, where Chris and Max are finally finishing this goddamn side-scrolling Metroid project we started a year ago. How you doing tonight, Max?
Oh, pretty good. I'm glad we're finishing it up.
Yeah, and you know, not necessarily the strongest entry to finish it out on, but at the same time, I like Metroid Fusion. I always enjoyed it. Like, I played through it multiple times on the GBA, and you know, it's certainly no Super Metroid or AM2R, but at the same time, you know, it does things a little bit differently, and you know, it proved that something as complicated as Super Metroid even could be done on a handheld, which for the time was pretty phenomenal.
This came out before Zero Mission, correct? I believe. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this was the first side-scrolling Metroid on the GBA.
The success of this one led to Zero Mission, but strangely enough, we haven't had a canonical, you know, Metroid sequel since this one.
Yeah, this is the last one in the series, isn't it?
Yeah, this is literally where the series left off, almost 15 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, we've definitely had Metroid games since then. We've had the whole Metroid Prime series come out. We've had Zero Mission. We've had Samus Returns on the DS. And we've had some really bad DS games.
Other M. Yeah. Oh, and then Hunters, unfortunately.
Yeah, Hunters was terrible. That release title for the DS wasn't very good. Or was that Hunters?
I think that was Hunters, and then there was
the 3DS one, Federation Force.
Federation Hunters or something.
God, don't get me started with that piece of shit.
Yeah, that looked horrible. That didn't even have Samus in it at all.
Yeah, well, and not only that, though, but I heard it just played like garbage, too.
Yeah. It didn't even have, you didn't even play as a Samus-type person.
Right.
It's basically people in
this
mechs,
weird-ass Federation that's, barely even referenced in the main series. You know, it's just...
Yeah.
Ugh. Whoever at Nintendo thought we were going to care about that. Well, and for a while, people were really upset, too, because that was the only thing that they'd done in close to, 6 years with one of their flagship properties, and yeah. That's a real shame.
It is weird, because I feel like Nintendo's killing it lately, but they really... It seems like they're almost lost on what to do with some of their properties. Like Metroid, I think it remains to be seen with Prime 4. You know,
I think Prime 4 will be good.
I have a good feeling that'll be a pretty solid game.
Yeah,
but then you have Star Fox and F-Zero.
Oh man, yeah.
And
Star Fox and F-Zero. F-Zero doesn't exist, and the most recent Star Fox game kind of screwed the pooch with the controls, if I remember right.
Well, I've not played Star Fox Zero.
I played it for a little bit, just at a store demo, and it kind of dissuaded me from buying it, just because, you know, there's kind of weird controls that take some getting used to, and then there's just this hurts my hand and eyes to even do the way that they're telling me, and that's kind of what Star Fox fell into. Not only was the tablet obligatory, but you actually had to switch between looking at your tablet and the screen constantly. It was
that
bizarre.
Was a big problem with the Wii U in general. Was the tablet being obligatory for most games? It wasn't, but to boot up any game, it was.
But I think for some, when they did the Zelda remakes, they confined it pretty much to the map. You know, and that was item switching, and I think that's the way to use it. You know, make it your go-to inventory, your map screen or whatever. But
in fact, I feel like
don't make it like your cockpit. Good God.
The most successful DS games ended up doing that too.
Right.
Where I think when the DS first came out, it was like, oh, second screen.
Worse than that was actually
the gimmicks on this screen.
Worse than that was actually the touch controls, and once they started confining most games to the classic button layout, that's when the DS really took off for me.
Oh, for sure. Those first games, there was a lot of gimmicky stuff.
Yeah. Well, my least favorite Zelda games are the two for the DS, unfortunately.
Yeah, Phantom Hourglass and the Spirit Tracks.
Spirit Tracks, yeah.
Yeah, the movement, the how you moved, now you used your items just really sucked.
Yeah, I mean, it really, the whole time I played through all of Phantom Hourglass and got through some of Spirit Tracks, and the whole time I was doing them, it constantly felt like I was doing something wrong, or that this was just like a glorified tech demo. Like,
Yeah,
it did
that's
not,
what-
it
yeah.
never gelled for me.
None of the games that rely too heavily on the touch controls seemed anything than kind of gimmicky.
Yeah.
You know, and even games like Castlevania, like I think Dawn of Sorrow was the only one that actually used the touchscreen.
Yeah, and even then it was still just like
It was,
one
it was a little
mechanic.
too much. It
Yeah,
was one
yeah,
mechanic, so
exactly.
it didn't take away from the game all that much. I think it was breaking the crystal blocks or something.
Well,
but it still
yeah,
was
but
just
you
like,
also
oh,
had to
damn.
seal. You had to seal the bosses. Remember?
Oh, that's
You had to draw those
right.
bitch ass patterns. The blocks I don't really care about. It's like, look what we can do.
I
with
forgot about
touch
that. And if you
screen,
fucked it up, they got a little bit of their health back.
Yeah.
And there was like a couple bosses where it was okay, draw a line here, okay, that's fine. But then the later bosses, it's like draw this inverted pentagram and isometric view, and it's like, what the fuck?
Like, dude, you have 2 seconds to draw a 3D cube. Go. Oh
Yeah.
man. But going back to this game real quick, like what you just saw is one of the, let me see. Let's take a look here. We're 5 minutes in, and we're just starting the actual game, and that's one of the criticisms most people level against this one is
there's a lot of, I mean, story's fine, but there's a lot of
exposition.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of a word that's not positive, I guess.
Yeah, well,
because
so like with Super
narrative
Metroid,
is fine.
Yeah, like with Super Metroid, they were able to tell a full narrative with only the opening cutscene, which was like less than an eighth of the length of what we just saw.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
yeah,
here you have
is
something
totally
totally different. I mean,
the computer.
yeah, and so you finally get control of Samus, and we're right back into dialogue. And again,
Yeah.
I don't dislike this game by any stretch, but I think that's a very fair complaint leveled against it. Like the joy
think so, too.
the joy of Metroid is just being completely isolated in a hostile foreign environment.
Yeah,
and this game
figuring
nails,
it out on your own too.
Right, this game nails the hostile foreign environment, but you really are not figuring out anything on your own.
No,
I mean, like
they
you constantly
do handhold a bit.
Oops, you constantly have the This is what I was trying to show you, is the target box here on the left.
Yes.
Like, that's ever present. You always know exactly where to go.
The computer holds your hand a little bit, and it kind of stilts you, too, where it's like, oh, I'm going to lock this for now, and then other times it's like, oh, the elevator's busted, or this Dark Samus, or not Dark Samus, I guess it's X Samus or whatever.
Yeah, the sex.
Blasted through this
Oh, I'm
stuff.
sorry, the SAX.
The SA. Well, I think most of this game is preventing the X from having sex.
Yeah, right?
Or trying to,
That's exactly
and failing.
Right. God, this can't be allowed to breed. That's funny. That's what my gym teacher used to say about me.
Oh my god.
Oh man. But yeah, and so this was kind of a foreshadowing of the much greater problems that whatchamacallit, Other M would have.
Oh yeah.
Though I'm definitely in the minority here. I didn't necessarily. That game falls into some weird category for me because there's some parts of it that I actually really enjoy. There's other parts,
I get it.
The parts that you hear about all the time that I just hated. But at the same time, like,
And what it did to Samus's character.
yeah, whereas
in general,
for most
yeah.
people, that game was a total lost cause. For me, it falls like in the, would I play through it again? Not anytime soon, unless we do it for the channel or something. But at the same time, like, is it a completely, like, bad memory and a spot on the entire series? No, I mean, it wasn't a broken game. It wasn't an unplayable game.
The
like,
control scheme was interesting, and not in a bad way. Like,
No.
the fact that it used just the sideways Wii remote like an NES controller, but you were able to do what you could do was very interesting.
Yeah, that was unique, though. It took a couple of hours before your thumbs developed the proper calluses to really experience the game the way it was meant to be played. Like controlling 3D.
I remember there was some parry system or something like that.
Yeah, where you basically had to mash the D-pad on top of controlling a 3D environment character with the classic D-pad. That just really busted your thumbs.
Yeah. The thing about this game is, even though there is, it's not like an isolationist game, and that is how I prefer my Metroid games and how I think they should be, it doesn't always break the game. Like Prime 3 comes to mind, where it's just like, that kind of, it felt like Halo at times. And actually I haven't seen all of that game because I haven't beaten that game.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, when they come out with Metroid Prime 4, that was my one comment, is I kind of hope they walk it back a little from Metroid Prime 3.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you said, it felt a little too much like Halo, a little too action-oriented and not enough exploration. And once again, like, not as much as this game or Other M, but the plot was kind of intrusive at certain points.
There would be long swaths where you felt like you were kind of alone. You know, after a while it wasn't too intrusive, but again, maybe later in the game it came back because I didn't ever beat it. But
and, you know, far be it from me to tell Metroid's creators how to make a proper Metroid game, but when I think about, like, the very best of what Metroid is, that's what I'm thinking of, is kind of like the whole isolationist atmosphere.
And they kept that since I haven't played Samus Returns.
No, damn it. No, I don't want to talk to you again.
Right? Like, there's not some weird computer or anything. Like, they keep the spirit of the game intact.
Yeah, no. Samus Returns was definitely a step in the right direction. That game had some other issues that kept it from being one of my favorite Metroids, but I did give them credit for returning to sort of kind of a less linear approach. I say sort of kind of because, you know, Metroid 2 originally was already a little bit linear because you had to kill a certain number of Metroids to unlock
in an area.
Areas. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's still true even of AM2R, which I consider to be the superior game. But with Samus Returns, what they did was kind of weird. They took the environment, and you know how, like, the progression in Metroid is you basically have free reign of the map, and once you get a new power-up, then you go back to previous places and you start exploring again.
Yeah.
Well, they sort of did that, but how do I describe this? So the obstacles in place felt more like they were just mere obstructions. So, like, okay, so here's an average room in Samus Returns on the 3DS, right?
Okay.
Now, there's the door, and I've got to go to the door and walk through the door to get to the next area, right?
Yeah.
But instead of me doing what I just did and walking across the room and getting to the other side of it for possibly a challenging encounter or a new item or something like that, I would have to go into, like, Morph Ball mode and zigzag my way around some arbitrary puzzle and then shoot the door from a weird angle, and then before the door closes on a timer, have to go back here and then loop around and go through the door. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so would it be easier later with something else?
Sorta, but they just kind of got tedious. Like, it wasn't like once you got the item, you know, you got through that door and that was it. You basically had to revisit that same process over and over again. So it felt like the game was sort of getting in your way after you know, you received the item that you were supposed to get. So
yeah, that's
that was
not
was
what
weird.
you want, I think.
No, definitely not.
That seems like a bit of a misfire.
I'm getting my L and R confused here. It seems like it seems like they should be reversed, but they are not. I'll just have to get used to that. But this is kind of a cool area.
You hold L and hit B for the missiles.
So you actually hold R for the missiles, and L is your So I want R to be my diagonal aim and L to be my missiles. But
I think I would want that too. Yeah, did they let you change it? I don't remember.
No, they don't. From the only option you have is the sound. Tight.
Nice.
I should, like I said, I did play through this a couple of times, so hopefully I remember a fair amount of where the upgrades are.
Yeah, it's not a super long game, is it? Like,
no, it's not. This will be
the length, maybe probably a bit shorter than Super Metroid.
Yeah, though now that you mention it, we are playing with a new format here on Play the Hits, just in case we ever decide to monetize. Ooh, I forgot that you can, like, cancel her jump too, which is kind of awkward. Like, if you let go of the button, she just drops like a rock.
Wow, it's not letting you hit it again. Come on, there we go.
Huh.
Damn it.
Oh yeah, so that's something I didn't notice on the GBA. Like, I'm, like, dropping out of my jump mid-jump. Like, I really have to make a conscious effort to hold that button to jump.
What? There, finally, like, this door does not want you to open it.
Huh. I don't know if like I'm doing something wrong or if I'm just having really, really bad luck.
I think you're having bad luck with... There we go. I think one more hit, probably.
There it is.
There you go.
Wow, that was obnoxious.
Yeah, that was. That's the only word for it.
Let's see here. Alright, so hit the save point, and we'll head into our first sort of kind of boss encounter. Well, but yeah, what I was just saying is we're playing with a new format here on Play the Hits of shorter episodes, but more of them, just in case, you know, God forbid, people actually start watching our channel and we turn a profit somehow.
That's right. More clickbaity titles.
Yeah, right?
That's how we're gonna do this.
Ass and titties. Wait, what? Just every single episode is ass and titties. Some
weird thumbnail that is nowhere near what we're playing.
Yeah, right? Just pictures of Scarlett Johansson in a bikini. Wait, there's a way to... Huh. I thought there was. Whatever. Did I lose you there for a second?
No, I'm here. Oh, it's probably the heater.
Oh, I got you.
Oh, the other energy tank?
Yeah, I thought there was a second one.
There is.
Well, I guess we'll come back.
Okay.
Bring it on, dick.
Fire bad.
He is not as challenging as he was in AM2R. Yoink.
No, not at all.
Okay, that jump cancel is gonna screw me before the end of this game. Mark my words. So, I keep wanting to tap the button to get her to
tap
jump,
the
right?
jump button.
Yeah, and you know, every Metroid, you know, you have pressure-sensitive jumps, right? But here, I'll press it, and then you let go mid-jump, or it's almost like there's a delay, just a little bit of a delay, which is kind of weird. I don't know how to describe it. So, like, I think I'm holding the jump adequately long enough, and then she'll just come out of it. But
she just drops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
And you don't want to be holding your thumb there all day. Yeah, you got shit to do.
Exactly. But I think that might be more of maybe just the... Here I go blaming the controller again. Just
go ahead,
the Wii controller that I'm using more than anything else. They just don't have the same...
Are you using the connected to the nunchuck tonight?
The Wiimote, yeah, right.
Okay.
It just doesn't have the same tactile feedback as the... whatchamacallit, as the GBA.
Yeah.
But I'll get used to it. As with everything else. Let's see here. We're gonna go back to that area. You're right. I'm not crazy, right? There is a second energy tank hidden in that vent.
Yeah. Somewhere in there. I think you had the right idea. It's somewhere, like, up above.
Oh, god damn it. Adam Malkovich wants to fucking talk to me again. God. Oh no, it's been invaded by X-Parasites.
They're breeding.
Somebody stop them. God, it's like the fucking GOP in here. Stop them from having sex. Samus, we must quickly and swiftly regulate this,
I feel like that's like an obligatory political joke that needs to be thrown in there.
Yeah, right. And now look at this. They're not even letting me double back. See, that's again, that's one of the issues that I do occasionally have with this game.
Why won't they let you double back? What'd they do?
Because
they, like, close down something?
Yeah, I basically have to progress the story, and then I can come back later.
Yeah, I remember that happening a few times, I think, in this game. That kind of sucks.
Yeah, but hey, what are you gonna do? So far, though, I'm not hitting too many snags. The jump thing is weird, the missile layout is a little odd, but I'll get used to that.
So you were saying, far be it from you to tell the creators how to make a Metroid game, but I think Samus Returns shows that they kind of somewhat understand what fans want.
Okay, so there it happened
not
again,
all the
where
way.
my jump just canceled mid... Yeah, there it is!
Oh, you're doing it again? Yeah.
Did you see that where, like, I was jumping and then she
twice.
just, like, drops? Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I dig what you're saying too. Yeah, so yeah.
I mean, not all the way. You know, obviously, again, AM2R is again, I haven't played Samus Returns, but it seems by far the superior game.
Yeah.
Certainly, it's different, and I'm not saying they have to keep. Oh, that's right. Oh shit.
Yeah, here she is,
just busting through walls.
Surprise, motherfucker! Did you ever watch, dude? Did you ever watch Dexter?
No. Well, the first episode. And I was like,
man, that's a damn
never
good
really
show.
watched.
It picks up. You gotta give it a chance. It's definitely dark, but it's also strangely endearing. Like
I've heard
like
that.
really much so. Like you
I've
really
heard the main character is strangely endearing.
Yeah, not just him. Like the whole cast is really well done, with one or two exceptions. Like there's characters you love to hate, which is you know, that's got to be every show.
Yeah, you got to have that in every show too.
Oh my god, my wife just snuck up behind me and very sweetly handed me a cookie, and it almost gave me a heart attack.
God, why would you do that?
My heart literally just like imploded in the middle of this episode. Oh my god.
Should never give you a cookie again.
Oh, I'm in so
Cookies
much pain.
for you.
Oh my god. That was awful. Oh, thank you, honey. Oh man. But yeah, so I'm gonna, maybe next episode I'll try the tablet and see if the jump thing is really an issue with the controller.
Alrighty.
I'm almost wondering if that, or it could just be emulation lag. Like I don't know how. I've not really heard anything about how the GBA emulates on the Wii U. This is the first game I've ever owned on it.
Can you use, and I'm not saying you'd want to because the pad is kind of trash, but can you use GameCube controllers for these GBA games on the Wii U?
I think you can.
I mean, like, why not?
Though I don't have the
the adapter.
The adapter, yeah.
Okay.
Though I'm about to buy one since you know, Smash is coming out, and there's no way I'm playing Smash on the Switch with anything but a GameCube controller.
Yeah, I feel that. That's what I've been using is the GameCube. Although the Pro controller, I don't think would be horrible.
No, but it's not the
for
same.
me. It's a nostalgia, and yeah, and I don't even think it's the GameCube controller is objectively the best controller. It's just like, no, I've played too much Melee. This will always be the Smash controller.
Yeah, right. And you know, Nintendo's even marketing it that way at this point. They're literally calling it their fight pad, which is kind of hilarious. Because for other fighting games, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's like you said, the D-pad just doesn't work.
No, that huge A button is very satisfying, though.
Yeah, and you want to play Street Fighter though, you need that D-pad.
You need a good D-pad.
Yep. God damn it, this jump thing's actually starting to piss me off. Like there, I was actually just trying to get up the. So let me see here. How frequently? Holy shit, are you okay?
Yeah.
Did you fall down? Like
the microphone did, and almost fell to the floor.
Nice. Sorry about your eardrums, there, listeners.
Whoops. Yeah.
So I'm just trying to figure out what. I'm just gonna jump here for a minute and see how often it occurs. So I think part of the problem is I'm trying to play it like Zero Mission, which is, you know, super fast.
Yeah, the gravity's a little...
Yeah, the gravity is definitely different. And I don't think it likes me doing that. It's like, whoa, you're going too fast. Let's see here.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, the gravity is more pronounced in Zero Mission and AM2R.
It is. But hey, you know what? I think
this is like a middle ground between that and Super Metroid, which is very floaty.
Yeah, definitely. But I think we'll resolve some of these issues and hopefully more next time on Play the Hits. What do you think?
All right. Sounds good.
All right.
We'll
One down, 20 to go. See you then.